What's going on, guys? Edgar here with Lifestyles Defined. I have yet another review for you guys. This time not the Blu Win Junior, but instead its bigger brother, the Blu Win HD. Let's jump in.
If you're taking me seriously.
Before we get started, I just want to thank you for coming through, checking us out. Also, links below to all of our various social networking outlets. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it, leave a comment, jump in, don't be shy, and always, please, make sure you're subscribed for more. Enjoy the video. Peace.
Here's the Blu Win HD. You can find it online for $179. One of the things that I like about the device is obviously the package that you get for that price. As you saw in the unboxing, you get your USB cable, you get your wall charger, you also get headphones, you get two screen protectors, one already installed on the actual screen, and then you also get the awesome flexible case that's custom made for the Blu Win HD. So for $179, you do get an awesome package. On top of that, this is a better phone than the Win Junior in my opinion, because it's as far as specs, it is a lot better, a lot faster. So I really do like that about the Blu Win HD. Let's take a look at the device here. So towards the left here, you obviously have your volume rocker here on top. If we look at the right side of the device, you get your power button there, and then of course you still do not get a dedicated camera button, and that's because this is a recycled Android device running Windows Phone 8.1, of course. If we take a look at the top side of the device here, you get your USB and your 3.5mm headphone jack. Nothing towards the bottom. Flipping it over towards the back, you get an 8-megapixel camera along with flash, the blue logo there, and a really nice speaker here on the back that works really well with phone calls, listening to music, or maybe watching video and things like that. So really impressive with that speaker. If we look at the front of the device, you obviously get your sensors here. You get a proximity sensor and a light sensor. Speaker there, 2-megapixel camera there. Here towards the bottom, you get your capacitive buttons. You get your back button, your home button, and then you get your search button there. One of the things about these buttons here is that they actually do not light up like they do on the Win Junior, which took me by surprise. But keep that in mind when using the Win HD. Those do not light up. And then of course you get your microphone there on the bottom. Now, as far as the actual specs of the device here, you do get a 5-inch LCD display, and it is HD. It's 720 by 1280. I'm sorry. The CPU is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 200. On top of that, you also get a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. The GPU is an Adreno 302. You do get 8 gigabytes of internal memory, so 4 more than we saw on the Win Junior. And of course, you get your 8-megapixel autofocus camera, and you also get your 2-megapixel front-facing camera. The battery is a 2200 milliamp battery. Not the biggest battery, but it does get the job done. I was able to get a full day's use out of the Blu Win HD, and that is the most important thing, is that we were able to keep that phone alive throughout the whole day. So definitely impressed with the specs. As far as the software, you do get Windows Phone 8.1. Now there was an update also for the Win HD, and that is the GDR1 update for Windows Phone. I've already installed it too on this device, and of course it gives you folders, which I have one open here, and of course this is the LD/IGZ folder. Again, this is for our staff here. We have YouTube channel for Lifestyles Defined, YouTube channel for Ignorant Gamers. So if you click on these, of course it'll launch the MetroTube app, which will take me directly to our uploads, and so that's one of the awesome things about that application there. As you can see, the apps seem to work slightly faster than we saw on the Win Junior, and the reason for that is because of the 1 gigabyte of RAM as opposed to the 512 that we saw on the Win Junior. So everything's a bit faster, everything is a bit smoother, and I'm definitely impressed with that so far. As far as, again, the battery life, you will get a full day of use with the Blu Win HD. Thankfully, there's no bloatware whatsoever on this device, and I'm really thankful for that. So really impressed with the fact that there's none of that on this device. As far as the app use, again, I'll launch a few apps just to quickly, show you how all of that works on the Win HD. Here's website, YouTube, of course. We can launch the MyFitnessPal app, and we'll launch some apps as we go along the video here to show you how the performance of the device is. But anyway, as far as apps, due to the fact that this is a slightly faster and better spec device, you are able to download more apps. Of course, that require for 1 GB of RAM. You can do that on the Win HD. It does have the same CPU, the Snapdragon 200, but thankfully the 1 GHz of RAM does help slightly with apps. And again, I keep launching that application. I don't know why. It's probably my favorite because I work out every single day, so that's why I like that particular application there. But again, if you look at the screen here, one of the cool things about the Win HD screen is that Blu uses a technology, I guess it's called Blu Infinite View Display, and I don't know much about it, but what I will say is that the screen looks fabulous on this device. Everything looks colorful, everything looks sharp, and I'm really impressed. For $179, I wasn't expecting this at all. The design of the phone, again, it's a very thin device, and I know that resembles the M8, but it does have its own unique look to it too. If you notice here, the black borders, it looks like the screen actually wraps around, and it makes the UI look really, really awesome on the display. As you can see, the blacks look really dark, colors look colorful, and it just makes it pop. So really, really impressed with the way that Blu built the Win HD. Notifications, again, those work really well. Swipe down and it'll bring up your action center. We can click on a tweet here and it'll take us directly to Tweetium. Open the application, open the exact profile that we are getting the notifications for, and there it is. So there's my Twitter profile there. And again, so notifications work. Again, you have your quick actions there on top, which you can obviously change those whenever you want by going through settings and then clicking on notifications, and of course you can change those up. Email, everything works flawlessly on the Win Junior, and I'm really impressed with all of that too. So far, definitely faster and a bit smoother than we saw on the Win Junior. Cortana's there, of course. You can launch her by clicking on that search button. Swipe up, it'll bring up your interests, news, things like that, weather, all of that good stuff. You can also, of course, set reminders. Next time I talk to my sister, remind me to ask her about my mom.
Next time you talk to Janet Wilson, I can remind you to ask about my mom. Sound good?
Yes.
Sure thing.
So as you can see, Cortana works flawlessly on the Win HD. She launches a little bit faster than we saw on the Win Junior, so definitely impressed with that. As far as the camera performance, I'll show you some samples real quickly. Alright, so I have the camera here. As you can see, it does have autofocus and touch to focus as well, but just by the looks of it, it's definitely a better camera than we saw on the Win Junior. It is 8 megapixels. As opposed to the 5 megapixel camera. On top of that, of course, the front-facing camera is a 2 megapixel. So if we switch to it, you will see that it's actually slightly better, definitely better than the Win Junior's camera. So really impressed with the cameras on the Win HD. Again, don't expect Nokia Lumia PureView technology quality out of your pictures, but you do not have the problem that I had on the Win Junior. I suppose when taking pictures, with the Win Junior, you definitely have to have really good lighting for it to work. With this, the Win HD, the story is of course different, and you're able to take definitely better shots. I'll show you some samples here. This is of course my Xbox here, and as you can see, the quality is a lot better on this device than we saw on the Win Junior. There's my controllers there. There's a case that I'm doing a review on, so definitely be watching out for that. So again, everything as far as the camera, everything seems a lot better. Here's a nice bowl of Lucky Charms. But again, everything works. The one thing I will say about the camera is that most websites say that the camera records at 1080p and 30 frames per second. However, that is not the case. So let me show you settings here, video settings. As you can see, video settings, the highest resolution you're able to record is 864 by 480, and of course you can change it down to 640 by 480, but you do not have 1080 recording on the Win HD, so definitely look out for that. That is obviously false advertisement, and for some reason everywhere I go we get the same specs, and I don't know why. But anyway, the camera, again, lenses are here. If you have applications that connect to the camera, you can obviously download them, and lenses will appear here when you click on lenses. Going back, of course, you have your flash, you have all of that good stuff as far as the options for the cameras. Skype calls were great, a lot better experience than I had on the Blu Win Junior, so definitely a better device overall. Taking a look at the phone related things like phone calls, messaging. Phone calls work great, especially on speakerphone. I use speakerphone all the time. I don't know why I've become accustomed to that, but I use speakerphone all the time. People were able to hear me, I was able to hear them. Messaging works awesome. Let me bring up messaging here and just quickly hit it, compose. So as you can see, you have the little 1 and 2 for the dual SIM, of course. If you want to type, of course, you can simply click on that and start typing. And of course, swipe works really great too, so we can say the man. So swiping works really, really good. And then on top of that, you can obviously use your voice. So we're going to use our voice to record or write a text. Obviously, it heard boys, and I probably said it that way. But anyway, it does work. And of course, you can also add attachments here. We can choose any picture here. We'll choose that one right there. And of course, it'll add it to the message. And then, of course, all you have to do is click send. It'll send it over. So again, everything works really well as far as the phone functionalities. If we take a look at the browser, and again, the browser is an even better experience on the Win HD, and again, everything works better. The difference between the Win HD and the Win Junior as far as the browser goes is that you will be able to play HD video on the Win HD. However, that's not the case for the Win Junior, and you'll see that in the review for the Win Junior, that I wasn't able to play high definition video. And I think what helps the Win HD is the 1 GB of RAM, because it does have the actual same processor as the Win Junior, but that 1 gig definitely helps it slightly and allows us to play HD video. And I'll show you that. Actually, I'll bring up MyTube just to show you that. And we have a video open already, so we'll click on that. Here's Ramon showing us the Nexus 6. We'll flip it over. And if I click here, as you can see, that's HD. You can obviously switch down to 480, 360, or 240p, but HD works really well. So just wanted to show you that real quick. We'll go back to the browser here, and I'll show you how that works as well. So if we look at the browser, again, tabs are there. You can jump from one to the other, and I'll bring up Lifestyles Defined. One of the cool things, of course, is as I showed you on the Win Junior review, is that swiping here, you're able to access all of your tabs for your different devices as well. So we'll jump into that one there, and it should take us to that particular tab, and we'll see it here in a second. So there it is. We can click play, and it should play it here. So there it is. Again, the browser works really well. Really a flawless experience as far as the browser, and really impressed with that so far. Again, as far as specific features for the Win HD, The only one thing that I did notice is the Blue Infinite View display. Again, I'm really impressed with the screen of the Blu Win HD. Again, it's a 720 by 1280, but the colors look really awesome. Whatever technology they're using, it's definitely something that they did right, and I'm really impressed with that. But that's about it as far as special features for the Blu Win HD. Really impressed with the phone so far, guys. Again, you know, everything seems to work slightly better on the Win HD than we saw on the Win Junior. So definitely keep that in mind. I'll show you some multitasking real quick, just so you can see. We can jump back into the camera. So there's the camera. We can jump back into the browser here. We'll even launch. We'll launch MyFitnessPal. There's MyFitnessPal. I have a lot of calories to go. See, my calorie goes 2640. I'm definitely on that bulking season, so that's why you see that much. I'm not a hog at all. But anyway, as you can see, the apps definitely launch really nicely, really fast, and again, really impressed with that. You know, that just that extra few megabytes of memory definitely help out the Blu Win HD, and I think it makes that $179 price tag worth it. You know what I mean? Everything about the Win HD is definitely an upgrade from the Win Junior. So guys, please stay tuned for more on the Blu Win HD. I will cover a few applications as well and do some reviews on Tweetium. I have a review on that, and also some of my other favorite apps. But anyway, please don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Subscribe, and definitely check out the website lifestylesdefined.com. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.